hearing the sound.
All right, ready to start.
That word I know, man, you can smile. Can make the enemy see you smile. Yes, give thanks for all those of you who are live with us and those coming on board. Give thanks for those on YouTube, those on Instagram. Give thanks, Bin Tekela. Give thanks, Zach, the tutor, Amubeni, Monseigneur, Wangwas. Give thanks for all those of you who are with us on YouTube. Michelle White, Eve Mendez, Carl Love, Enter, Blessings, Judith Joseph, live with us here on Instagram. Those of you live with us on the tube, YouTube, all those people who are specifically live with us right here in Santa Lucia, Ayanola. Give thanks for all those people who are Xmas. You know, it's supposed to be Christ Mass. It's supposed to be a Mass. You know, a celebration, a service for the born day of the Christ, the Savior. You know, and first, if it is the born day of the Savior, the man that actually was so spotless, you know, that never actually indulged in no rum drinking or no pork eating, no swine. I remember, you know, the man was a Christ man. The man actually, you know, he said, well, he came and until all, not a dot, not a tittle, shall be removed from Moses' law. He came to fulfill Moses' law. So that means that this man there was not for sure no swine eater. You know, so you wouldn't find him sucking on some souse or some pigtail and them type of things there, or some roast pig testicles for the Christmas. You know, people do eat pig testicles and, you know, and intestines and all type of thing for the Hogmas. You know, and I mean that is why, I mean, during the Hogmas period, that is the time that the most people just die from cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, diabetics. No, a lot of them people are gonna die, you know, and Hogmas is coming. And it's supposed to be Christmas. It's supposed to be a time whereby we are fundamentally just focusing, you know, on the realms of just, you know, we are primarily focusing on the realms of uplifting our people to the extent that, you know, well, you are celebrating the born day of a man that was spotless, a righteous man, a holy man, a man that was a healer who came and who spit in his hands and take some saliva and put it on your eyes back, and then you just throw away the glasses and then you could see, you know. And the man, Christ man, into one of Mary. And they say, Merry Christmas. When you marry, that means you're drunk. You are drunken, you know. And they say, have a happy new year. Or, you know, when you're not very happy, you go by all them furniture stores, and you take furniture on higher purchase that you're going to pay. Start to make your first payment in 3 months, and then your interest. So by the time you buy that thing there for 2,000, when you finish paying, you pay 8,000. You know. So at the end of the day, that's what they call usury. You know. So even the whole context of how, when we look at the whole aspect of how people, if you are trying to help me, brethren, you say, well, I need a little, bed for me to rest, all the stove to cook my food. You're not gonna give me so much interest that I'm gonna pay. Now, and it's gonna cost me 2,000, but at the end when my higher purchase term done, I paying all 8,000 and then type of thing. That's real criminal. So hogmas, is when people behave hoggishly, greedy and selfish and suck on bones and drink rum, and marry, get drunken and then they die because they're diabetic and they have high blood pressure and their heart's already bad and then they flood their bloodstream with fat. So it is very important that if it is that we are honest in ourselves and we stand to some level of principle and some level of overstanding, then we understand that, look, it's the time. Even if it was even if you were doing it in the principle of goodness and joy and peace. I remember growing up that Hogmas, it was really Christmas, not Christmas, but it was Christmas, where we used to go at our aunties and our uncle, pass from home to home, everybody eat together, and them things there again. So the whole principle and the whole concept, is something that we fully must understand. You have the most vehicular accidents, right? So when Hogmas time comes, more robberies, more death, more murders, more people dying in hospital, and everything is just more. When it's a time that really supposed to be a time whereby we're supposed to be, when the sun goes down to as far south as possible, the 25th of December, the born day of the sun, and it starts to come back up to this northerly direction, back up there. That's what it's really about. It's basically a worshiping of sun worship and these type of things. That's what it's about. It's about understanding the principle, and even if that's what you're doing and you honor it, not with drunkenness, that means that you are really praising. If it is that you're doing something that is praising sickness and death and disease, what are you praising, God or devil? Well, so it's up to you to fully understand what it is that you're about as a people, and then take firm decisions to actually uplift yourself. All over the years, Rastafari have been telling you the same thing, and now, they say, well, the chicken come to the roost. That's what Malcolm X said.
So what he said?
And then they said that he had to apologize for that. But we're not going to apologize for it when the evil people that have actually taken advantage of the poor and have-nots come to the roost. Roost is the right word? Yeah. The shock of the hour. We no apology. You have to be able to come with a spirit of repentance and love and see your faults and come before the throne of mercy, so that the Creator could actually have mercy upon you, than to be stiff-necked and stubborn in your own selfish and evil ways and refuse to actually repent from your evil ways, because that is what's happening in the world. You have plenty of evil people who just keep some evil principles, and everything that they are doing. We're going into the Hogmas. That's our final program for the year. I know we have our brother here with us, but don't worry, he's not a guest. He won't be guesting tonight. He will be reasoning with us. But I'm just giving you the fire to burn out even all them evil thing that is actually coming to you in the time that we are in right now. And this is what you're going to go into 2022, right? So you're going to go into that 222, with that whole aspect, right, of being conscious of what it is that you are being led to do, and if it is that even if you worship the Jesus on the 25th of December, do it in sincerity and in truth. So at least, in principle, being an honest person, what you'll be doing, you'll be giving sincere and upfront praise. And God does receive that, right? If it is that you sincerely, as an individual, you mean what you're doing, and you giving thanks and praise, and you Catholic, or you Adventist don't celebrate Hogmas, or you Angelical, or you Pentecostal, and you give thanks and praise to the born day of the Christ, El Christos, and then you celebrate, and then you honor, and you worship, and you give praise. Okay, all right, give thanks, because you'll be doing it from that point of honesty and love and thanksgiving. But if it is that you are doing it out of that spirit of revelry, and drunkenness, and pig, the pork, the worst animal. That's the thing that when the Romans came into Africa, they actually, forced the people to eat pig. In slavery time, when they had black people actually captivated, they had to force us to eat pig. They had to develop entrapments, right, to keep our jaws open, Alright? And stuff the pork down our throat just for us to do that, you know, man. You know, so now we have come to the point in time whereby pig, you know, flesh, that pig, that pork, has become the mainstay of the celebration of the born day of the Christ. You know, El Christ, Christos, Jesus. You know, as you know, Rastafari, I celebrate my Christmas on the 7th of January, and it's Christ Mass, no drunkenness, and you know, upful praises, you know, to the born day of the earth. You know, so at the end of the day, if it is that we now just be honest in the things that we are doing, you know, and do it in a level of principle, at least what we'll be doing will be, you know, our praises would be received by nature and creation, because you're coming from this place in your heart of purity, you know, and you're doing it with that level of overstanding. But if it is that you are just doing evil stuff, you know, and drinking rum when you have diabetes, you know you're diabetic, you go and drink rum because it's Hogmas, you're drinking rum. And you know that everyone knows that soda is bad, soft drinks. All of us know soft drinks are bad. You know, everyone knows soft drinks are bad. And during Hogmas, you know, growing up, that's the only time we get a soft drink in the family. During Hogmas, you get a whole crate of soft drinks, so you could drink soft drink, you know. And everybody know that mash up your teeth, phosphoric acid and all type of thing, and carbonic acid and all them synthetic sugars and all them things. Everyone knows that junk food is bad. It kills you. Sodas are horrible. You know, don't drink too many sodas. And Hogmas is the day you can drink a whole soda. You know, you get rum for free. You know, so why is it that we have turned the celebration of the born day of in your view, I'm talking about from your perspective, all of you who actually celebrate Hogmas, you know, 25th of December as coming up, where you're going to kill all the pigs. Not Christmas, you know, Hogmas, you're going to kill plenty pigs because ham, everybody must have ham. You know, ham. Come on. So I pray that the Creator opens up your eyes and make you see whatever it is that you are doing. Give thanks for all those of you on Instagram here with us. All those of you on YouTube, give thanks, Heather Francis. Give thanks. I mean, send your blessings. Let us know where you are. And also those of you in Santa Lucia, you know, and you know, we're just gonna wish you, you know, not a merry Hogmas. We're going to tell you, you know, take care of yourself. Don't be entrapped by violence and evil, and just because you want to have something new for that period of time. It's just a day to buy. So man, you know, see all them COVID lockdown that they have, Christmas, you know, Hogmas, they have to open up, you know, because money have to run. So you think that them man are going to lock down Hogmas? Black Friday pass already, you know, shops flood and malls flood already, yeah? Check it. So everything going to be there because the merchants have to make their money. So Hogmas, I mean, you're gonna have a freedom to spread, you know, some COVID all around the place, and then they lock down again sometime in January, and they say, oh, the 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th wave, and then they're going to say, anyway, you know, we got the answer for you. So this evening, I mean, definitely we give thanks, as this is our final program for the year, and I had the honor and privilege to have in our company, you know, our esteemed brother, you know, who have naturalized as a St. Lucian citizen. And definitely we give thanks for your presence with us, Honorable, you know, Ras, Dr. Wayne Rose, you know, historian by academic endeavors, you know, Rastafari by liberty and works. And definitely we give thanks for the eye, as you are here in St. Lucia on a specific mission, and just like the eye, you know, leaving all your work, I mean, right now, I know that you could still you still lecture your students on via computers, you know, and then you still do all these technology things now, but you are with us in St. Lucia on a mission. So this evening I want to give you the opportunity, you know, as I would say, you know, to bless the St. Lucian. And I mean, you see, you have the red and the white, you know, so you're not the Satan Claus, you know. You come and give the people the right message, you know, peace and goodwill, to all mankind. My Lord, blessed.
Rastafari, oh, give thanks unto Jah, for Jah is good. Give thanks for the Right Honorable Priest Kailash and the St. Lucian family. Give thanks for purpose. and we endeavor to do what is within our capacity to do while we are here on this mission of life. And I'm grateful that I have the capacity and I have the mission and the directive to be working alongside with good people, good man in flesh, good woman in flesh, who see the need for the healing of the Caribbean family through a justice and healing initiative targeted specifically at the atrocities committed against Rastafari people here in the Caribbean. Rastafari who have given so much to the Caribbean and have represented the highest ethos of the African reality, of the human reality, yet have been ostracized, murdered even, and continue to be harassed for establishing their own sovereign right and to even abide by the laws that are above the land. So I'm here, Right Honorable Priest Kailash, on a justice and healing initiative established through the Ubuntu movement, St. Lucia, and we've established a secretariat's office right across.
But the Ubuntu movement USA also, no?
Yes, we established the Ubuntu movement.
So how is that
USA.
NGO? Do we have that NGO status in
We're
that?
working on it because at the very base level, you have to register with the state through which you are functioning.
And has that been done?
That has long been done. We've established the legal framework and is recognized as an organization, as a private non-profit organization. So now we have to establish a federal structure.
That's in what state?
That is in Maryland.
Maryland.
Maryland,
Oh, the
USA.
mother of Christ. See me talking about Christ.
Yeah, so, the Ubuntu Movement St. Lucia and the Ubuntu Movement USA Inc. is established for the purpose of justice and healing for the Rastafari family and for the Caribbean region, because the Rastafari family.
You see, is it a mistake? Mary is the mother of God. And Lucia, which is like Lucy, Ticknish, is the mother of all creation, as they would have said. And then in St. Lucia, you have an island called Maria Island. My mother is Maria, Maria Island. Yeah, and if you understand. So, by the end of the day.
That framing is a necessary one.
Yeah, so Maryland and Maria Island and Ticknish, Lucy, St. Lucia.
All one in the same.
All one in the
Trinity
same.
of powerful
Give
names
thanks.
for the energy of the moment, and St. Lucia has been framed in that moment, unlike any other space at this time in our history, because St. Lucia representing Lucia, representing Lucy, Dinkinish, the woman, the first human known scientifically to have been found establishing relations between all human beings. He said her DNA connects every single human being. So in that context, St. Lucia, representing Lucy, Dinkinish, has an important role in this time and space. And that is what our framing represents at this time, because St. Lucia has an opportunity to stand up as the star it really represents. And the people of St. Lucia has an opportunity to represent themselves as man and woman, as gods and goddesses in creation, representing a justice and healing for the Caribbean region and indeed for the world. Leadership at this time is important then, because as Rastafari provides the leadership of framing and establishing the Just and Healing initiative, we're calling on the people of St. Lucia to join us at our physical location, right across from the Janu Credit Union, 37 Jeremy Street. And there we will have an official launch of our secretariat. It's called the Jaja and I Nyabingi Initiative, operated within the umbrellas of the Ubuntu movement. And at that secretariat's office, we have three tiers of services, offering an authentic Rastafari experience, both in the pursuit of physical healing, so that we have the Food of Seven Ital restaurant that is established on the first floor. First tier of endeavor is the healing of the goodie. So man have to recognize that food is your medicine. So that is one of the provisions of the Ubuntu movement and the Jajana initiative. On the second floor, though, we will run and operate a secretariat like no other in the Caribbean, where Rastafari have intentionally established a location where I and I can both research through our bookstore and our special collections edition of African-centered books on our history, on knowledge of self, knowledge of herbs and foods that will help us to survive and continue to grow and continue to be a blessing within creation. So on the second floor, we're having that secretariat office and the bookstore. Where within the secretariat, we're seeking the justice and healing initiative through the distilling of information to the public about the goodness of Rastafari, the goodness of the African experience represented by Rastafari, presenting that knowledge of self and that image of self, that image of goodness that many people are running away from. And Rastafari have historically represented it in their ethos, the way I and I live, the way I and I carry I and I self as royal people, and thereby representing the goodness in creation. But for that goodness, Honorable Priest Kailash, our people have been ostracized. Our people have been rebuked by the agents of the state, have their locks, which is representative of part of their African sovereignty and their spiritual identity, have it cut and shoved and sawed off by agents of the state, having their sacrament denied them, a sacrament that has kept them apace with the energies of goodness, allowing for them to be prayerful, allowing for them to be praying for humanity, allowing for them to heal themselves and to show the world what medicine really means in the physical experience. And while everyone is embracing all the things that Rastafari have taught in the world, the Rastaman is still being ostracized. So the Justice and Healing Initiative.
And hung in prison cell. Nothing that they hung out in a prison cell in St. Lucia.
I have been told.
Yeah.
And for those injustices,
and
my
then,
Lord.
And then like the judgment came out that someone, I think it has, that the station was responsible and they were answerable to some type of thing. And that's what the inquiry came up with. And up to now, there have been no justice met to the family. And I know that they're going to give it that kind of a thing whereby, oh, how many years pass and then, you're going to forget about it and whatever it is. But these things, they are constitutional violations. These things, they are crimes against humanity. And even in St. Lucia, and the reason why I myself as a man, I'm so serious when it comes to Rastafari business is because of these same things that I personally went through, because I could only speak from my own personal experience, as a man, and how I had to, how in my going through the system, how I had to conduct myself and hold myself. You could open up the lines, my Lord, we open up the lines tonight early because that's our final program. So the people who want to actually give us a call, definitely they can just give us a call and bless us up, as this is our final program for 2021. So it is very important to understand that in my personal experience as a man who actually, as a Rastafari, chose to follow that path and live that path and still go into business and go into different aspects. The level of challenges and the level of difficulty that you get just to actually go through certain vibes just because of how you choose to actually conduct yourself and dress. So there were times I remember in 2006, after I left medical school, 2005, when I came back into Central, people would say, boy, you're feeling hot, man, you have your robe and thing, you're feeling hot, man, you're feeling hot. And try to joke you about your robe and all these different type of things. And I'm talking about the level of ignorance, because you're talking about people asking you, when someone asks you now, you have a robe and the sun is very hot, and they ask you if you're feeling hot, and probably they don't even check that you have the finest linen, or the finest cotton, or the finest silk, you understand? And the ignorance, and they should realize that when you're in the desert in Saudi Arabia, you see people half naked and their back exposed, or you see people well covered. You can't even see their eyes. So when you are in the desert area, you have so much clothes that even your face you have to cover. So the whole aspect of heat and how you are clothed, you could have seen that it came from that point of ignorance and wickedness and an evil intent to actually belittle you on what you actually represented. So we did go through these type of things and plenty things whereby, you know, whereby the honor that you were supposed to be given and thing and how you're supposed to move yourself, they hold that back because you refuse to bow, to a particular way of dressing or speaking or moving or whatever it is. So as a Rastafari, I witnessed plenty things,
Yes.
to what happened to my elders, plenty things I witnessed, and the level of fight that they get to the system, that at the point that we are in right now, most of them are disenfranchised. Most of them have nothing, to actually say, well, that they could turn forward to just because of a system was viciously and deliberately oppressed them over years of oppression. You can't have a business. If you ride a bus, somebody have to shift their nose by you or make you feel that or make you feel a type of a way. So you could imagine the amount of trauma that the man actually, all them elders actually go through when it comes to their passage of coming to the point whereby locks is a style. So you could come with your locks and thing, your fake locks or whatever locks it is, and come and disrespect Rastafari because man used to be killed for that. So you're talking about, let me just finish my lord, I know you want to send a little fire, water on that little fire there. But you know that plenty of Rastafari were killed because of locks. Plenty, man. Was killed because you have a locks to kill you and they shoot you and they chop it up with cutlass and hoe and anything they find. Glass bottle or pull it off your head. Literally. Tear it off your scalp. And now so many people wearing it, and these people are not even doing it with the consciousness that there were many people who lost their lives just because of locks. And that's the Rastafari. So in my personal experience, my Lord, I have borne witness, and that is why whatever we do it with that level of overstanding that, we don't tolerate no type of level of injustice or anything. So I think that the time is apt, ideal, ready, that we shape our own destinies as Rastafari and don't ask for our justice, but take our justice, and move with that power, that have been given to us by Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the mighty prophet, and King Emmanuel Charles Edward, the mighty priest, and the king, the Lord, the king that will have no life. My Lord, blessed. You could continue. You could continue.
It's
Now. Could continue.
it's a joy really, even in the reasoning, just to listen, because it's precisely those issues that you point out why the Justice and Healing, Judgment and Heaping initiative is launched, to seek justice for the Rastafari family, but more importantly, to bring that healing within the collective Caribbean family, because many people have done injustices sometimes ignorantly, but they have been willing participants. And so when people are aware of some of the atrocities that they themselves and the complicity of their own actions in the injustices against good people, then they will recognize their responsibility to address those issues. And in addressing those issues, the family can heal, because without that healing, all of our other aspirations for justice will come to naught. Because we have to pick the beam out of our own experiences, the eyes of what our experiences have been, before we seek to pick something else out of the eyes of someone. So the Caribbean family has a responsibility. And so St. Lucia is positioned to lead in that responsibility through this Justice and Healing initiative. And thereby we're launching the initiative, or the office for the initiative, the furtherance of the work that has already begun in the initiative. Next Sunday at 11 a.m. at the Jajanai Ubuntu Rastafari Cultural Center, just across from the Janu Credit Union. And we're inviting the family, if not joining us physically, to engage in the programs that we will have, because we will have multiple programs for youth to educate them about themselves, for young adults, for civic leaders to engage in discourses about how this comes into being, how I and I position ourselves for this work and to make the work happen in a meaningful way so that the Caribbean and the rest of the world, which is led, a world that is being led by the Caribbean ethos for justice, the Caribbean ethos for revolutionary thinking, the Caribbean ethos for leadership. Those of I and I who have been extracted from the African space over a period of time and reborn here for the specific purpose of this moment, to lead the world through the initiative of righteousness. Let us seize the moment, seize the opportunity, because in that, I and I will fulfill the destiny and allow for goodness to cover the earth as water cover the sea. So join us. We will be sending forward press releases and public announcements, but our initiative as related to the office of the Secretariat will be open on the 19th of December, Sunday the 19th at 11 a.m., 37 Jeremy Street, right across from the Janu Credit Union. And we're here to work with the family, with those who lead the family in terms of a governmental structure, as prepared as we are to open up the opportunities for conversation and for the healing, and are equally prepared as spiritual beings to call on the energies of goodness to execute righteousness in the moment of justice. So yes, we give thanks, Right Honorable Priest Kailash, for the role that is being played in your office as a leader within the St. Lucian space, and those others who have been collaborating with us in St. Lucia and across the Caribbean and indeed across North America, who see this need to center our work and our focus, our training, academic, economic, spiritual, in the moment, a clarified moment in our African experience. We're the very vanguard of African identity. Ethiopia is under assault by the West and collaborators from the East to disrupt our continued progress on that spectrum of human goodness.
So that's this Sunday coming?
Yes, my Lord. This is
From what time again?
11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll have some programs that educates. It's going to be very informative. We'll have a short video shoot on exactly what gave rise to this in terms of the Rising of the Gods retreat that is hosted at the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center, where a book was produced to give a black print, if you will, of how African man and woman can rise as gods and claim their place in the human experience of shaping the next and the new. A good world where goodness will cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. That's our role. As Kadamawi Haile Selassie I says, he says, when African righteous people comes together, the world will come together. This is our destiny. He says these words. So why then should I and I sit down as the man and woman who say I and I are Rastafari? Why should I and I sit down with all the training, all the resources that our collective energy represent and not do this work? We'd be negligent and irresponsible, because we must now bring ourselves together. And happily St. Lucia has that responsibility and the opportunity, as I and I are centered here and calling on all those good people, good citizens, good leaders, civic, church, schools, government, all who will, the public, good people, come and share in the experience. We'll be having a program also, a weekly media program, where we have these conversations. We'll invite people to talk, not to quarrel, but to talk about alternatives to this madness that permeates our current reality. And as African people, we no longer must depend on those who say they have taught us. We must now lead. We must now show that we have matured in the way that the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey said we should, taking ownership of our collective destiny and leading ourselves in a new reality. As John on the Isle of Patmos said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. That new earth must be made by good man and good woman in creation today. Rastafari is part of that goodness and is now inviting the rest of the good people to join I and I as I now continue that journey towards the righteous man and woman in creation.
Give thanks, man. I mean, I could listen to you speak for the whole night, you know.
Yes,
Definitely give thanks as this is our final program for the night for this 2021. So let's give call in, and you know, I mean, I have pinned the number on Instagram. We have about 12 more minutes, you know, so I've pinned the number on Instagram there. So you just give us a call and bless us up. This is our final program. Remember that when you call, you would be specifically calling live on television in St. Lucia. So even if, you know, as I say, you know, we are on national television, so we're in a studio. So the green at the back is really a green screen. So if you really see how the vibes is, it's gonna be different. If the camera is facing this side and you really see what's behind us, we have a waterfall behind us. Yeah, and we have things behind us. What is a waterfall? You know, so at the end of the day, those of you that are here with us, I mean, we're inviting you to actually come in. Call Instagram people, give us a blessing as we have about 10 more minutes or so to try we seal off. This is the final Food of Seven program for this this Sunday is the final one for the year. So those of you in Santa Lucia, you know, I mean, come on. And this one's gonna end up earlier. We're not going until our now at 8:30. We are still up at 8 o'clock just because of some responsibilities that our technicians have to actually take care of. So the numbers are there: 1758 451 9349 and 1758 453 1730. And don't be a parasite. You know, think about how you could have invest $1, you know, or 50 cents, you know, or $2 or $5, you know, into what you have heard, and come and give a word and of support, because everyone knows exactly what it is that, you know, that we have gone through. Someone is telling me blessings to you and your team. Just call. If you want to send a blessing, just call. Let your words actually vibrate through the heavens and manifest into these actual blessings, and just typing it and being free. See, all them things there have actually caused us to relinquish our powers. So now it's so difficult to move, so you can't even come and speak to a man face to face. And then, you know, enough people become like, you know, so caught up with texting and thing, and they don't even want to speak and call because of, and so the voice, the word song power is not even going out into the world, because people are so concerned and just about, you know, escaping that reality, you know, and being cowards, you know, instead of confronting their own reality and being bold. So remember that the Jaja Anine Secretariat will be open up on the 19th, grand opening on the 19th of this month, December, and that is right there on Jeremy Street, Upper Jeremy Street, number 47, Jeremy Street. And there's going to be also an ITAL shop, you know, and the ITAL hotspot is going to be featuring only straight Rastafari cuisine, you know. You're going to be eating from calabash, you know, biodegradable, the original biodegradable man is the Rasta man that the world is following right now. You know, and the Rasta man used to eat in calabash, and people used to eat in styrofoam and things. They used to laugh at you. You know, in a calabash, and they eat in styrofoam and plastic. They believe they're better than you. You understand? Now the whole world now is in biodegradable, you know, and you're not even saying give thanks to the Rasta man for showing that light, that vision. Remember when we used to say, go on a plant-based diet, ITAL is vital, people laugh at you and thing, and now everyone wants to be vegan or alkaline or whatever they want to be, and no one is actually giving any kind of a credence to Rastafari. Right now you have locticians and all type of things they actually get just from locks, you know, and people get rich off these things, and no one is actually giving a word, you know, for the Rastafari. You know, look at even right now, no one actually wants to call. So you see what kind of things are our final program for the year, my Lord, and the people not even making an effort to actually give us a call and give us a blessing. You know, so you see, that's the thing. Remember we were having that discussion with Malcolm X, you know, as a man who put himself out there for his people, and he got shot and nobody came and take the bullet. or even bust a bullet for him. Pew, pew, pew. You know, I mean, oh, and then Malcolm X gone, and then Martin Luther King, you know, I have a dream, and then blah, 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 and then he's gone, and nobody actually came and bust a shot or take the bullet, you know, and then, you know, Jesus, for the people who is following Jesus, you know, he carries cross by himself, except for the black man Simon the Syrian, you know, and the woman and them who wiped his face, you know, and deal with his body after he was crucified, you know. So you find out that the majority of other people fail to actually stand up for what is right and bless up, you know, when they're supposed to. Yes, sister, blessed love, give thanks. All right, Sufre, blessed. Stop listening to the TV. Yeah, man, love, man. Don't listen to the TV. Listen to the phone, right? Rastafari. Give thanks. Bring down the TV volume, man. That's too loud in the background. Bring down the TV volume. That's very loud.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Give thanks. Rastafari. Give thanks, my Lord.
Yeah, man. We look forward to once joining us, my Lord. Yeah, man. Come join us at, you will get a lot more information about our location. It's right across from the Janu Credit Union at 37 Jerome Street. So, you know, we are going to be there. We're opening that as our Castries office, our city office, as the secretariat has long been established since August of this year. But we're now opening this location so persons like yourself, a man of good like yourself, can find your own role or even be of benefit or be a beneficiary of the space. So yeah, man, we have books, we have lectures, we have children's activities, family activities. We're going to have conversations so that we can build that communal understanding and that healing that takes us to the next. So join us, my brother. You'll hear much more. Just keep in tune with the Priest Kailash. And Jaja and I also have an Instagram page, which is JaNI.
Give thanks. Give thanks, my brother, and give thanks for all those people who have there. I mean, those of you on Instagram, I mean, give thanks, you're not hearing the caller because the call is coming through my ears. I'm sorry about that. So when you call the number here, I see someone saying that they tried but they couldn't get through. What would have happened is that you'd have gotten access so that the people of St. Lucia could have actually heard you. So let me give you a little view of how the things really is. So this is what it looks like. So you see, like right now, you see this is what it is. We are live on television. So when you call, you can see the waterfall behind there. You see cameras and the lights and everything. All right. So that is what it is. So if it is that you never call, you've missed an opportunity to actually bless the whole country of St. Lucia on this the final program for the year. And I pray that you understand that it is always our responsibility to give as much as we receive. Honorable, as the time is actually filling up, we only have about a minute and 40 seconds. I'll give you 20 seconds to actually seal up your thing and let the people know again a telephone number that they could get you on, or people who want to full participate, and also full take into the vibes, or if they want the WhatsApp, the Zoom link for the live streaming, how they can get these links, something that they could do to actually contact Kindlight.
Yes, give thanks again and for the opportunity. Certainly, members of the St. Lucian family and others can join us via email at JajaNI, that's JAHJAHNI 21 at gmail.com. We also can be reached on 758-287-0637. That's our phone number and also our WhatsApp number. So, ones can
Could you
join us.
say the number again, please?
The number is 758-287-0637.
One more time, please, my lord.
That's 758-287-0637. Give thanks.
Rastafari. So give thanks for all those of you who were with us this evening. I give thanks for Randall and the team. Give thanks for Mr. Bernard. I mean, it has been a wonderful 2021. Give thanks for the creator. Give thanks for COVID-19. Give thanks for the new strain called I don't even know what they call it, Omicron or something. They pronounce it different. They're not going to pronounce it as they say, like Jesus and them type of things. The internet man, they want to just come and make you program with the level of witchcraft, and you understand? I think that's also you think when you think it's something good, you say it's something real evil. So give thanks to all those people who have actually joined us for the whole of the 2021 and have been on the battlefield with us, who have supported. Give thanks for all those of you on Instagram. I mean, definitely we we'll still be posting and doing our things, whatever it is, on Instagram. But this is our final Food of Seven program for the year, and we give thanks for all those people who have called, who have supported, and we give thanks for the opportunity to actually be at your service and being able to teach you something. And remember that definitely, you have helped us, you have assisted us, you have built us, into someone that is better. So give thanks for all the love and the overstanding. Give thanks for all those of you on Instagram. Love, 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 love. Give thanks for all those faithful followers who have been following us, not just by following on Instagram, but following with action and levity, and change their lifestyle and change the way that they think, and when they bless it, blessed love, give thanks, and actually help to relieve themselves of all the traumatic experience. Give thanks again for life and the mighty life giver. And remember, it is this coming Sunday the 19th, from 11 until 3. Naya Bingi Oda is going to be rocking, and also you're going to get nice eats, foods and drink, and nice ital things available. Specifically, it's going to be a service, and also you're going to have people actually speaking. All type of people from different places going to be coming to actually join us and bless us at this time. And then we are giving our people an opportunity to come with love and peace, because as the emperor said, giving mercy to the wicked, doesn't take away his wickedness. He still will come back and still do more wicked, So, don't make that prophecy be fulfilled upon your head. Come to repentance, because as Christ said, the man that came with the grace, he said he rather see the sinner come to repentance than what? Perish. So you have an opportunity to actually come to repentance. So repent. Be a better version of yourself. See how you could uplift yourself as you enter into 2022, because it's 222. 222 You know, man and woman, man and woman, man and woman. You know, so you could understand exactly how it is for us in that time. You know, they say 649, so this is the 6 for the 9. You know, so definitely look forward for reality and deceit in 2022. So keep your eyes open for the good stuff, because there'll be plenty bad stuff. But among all the bad stuff, you have plenty of good stuff. Give thanks, Honorable Ras, Dr. Wayne Rose, for being with us this evening, and give thanks for our St. Lucian people for listening to us, and those people there on Instagram and YouTube, and give thanks for the technical team of Calabash Television, even for all the support throughout 2021. May the Almighty bless and keep you and protect you from Hogmas and from all the pork and all the marrying, and guide you into a good and prosperous 2022. But January the 7th, you could come and join us, because we'll be celebrating January the 7th at the Jaja Anaheim Secretariat, to show you exactly what the true spirit of Christmas is really about. Give thanks for life in the mighty life giver. Blessed Lord, give thanks. Give thanks, my people. I mean, definitely we give thanks for everything. All those of you, you know, that was with us, give thanks. You know, I know that you never called this evening, but you know the priest still loves you. You know the priest still loves you, right? You know that all that's in the priest's heart is love you. But you understand that the love of a parent is such that the parent will love you and they will still spank you. You know, I mean, and the love of a child, understand the love of a child, of a baby, right? That the parent can love, the parent loves the child. And there is a lovey-dovey and kissy and, oh, I love you, my baby, oh, I love you, my honey and sweetie pie, and all that thing. And then when the child has actually moved away from that love, the parent also has the capacity to come and say, hey, what are you doing? Give it to the right hell, you know. So that's love also. Love also comes with a firm and solid hand. And most time, love do have a firm and solid hand 99.9% of the time. You know, even in kissy and lovey-dovey, that hand must be firm and solid. And the 0.01% is that other little time where grace. You know, but when you love someone, you speak to them truthfully and wholeheartedly, and you express to them the fullness. You know, and sometimes the truth, not sometimes, the truth always hurt, but it's not an offense. It offends, but it's not a sin. So, speak the truth, take correction, and stand up strong. Yeah? Rastafari. Had the love. All the best, beloved. King Selassie.